Yeah.
So there's three characters that we play through in the game. They all have things that they need to face during their playthroughs. The playthroughs are also intertwined, so you do get to see similar things or similar events from the perspective of different characters. Um, that's about as much as I'm willing to spoil.
I'm so curious,
Just
though.
yet.
So it is three separate playthroughs. Are you allowed to play them out of order, or do they have to be played like one character next to the other?
No, it's sequential. So you have it's sequential, and you learn more about the other characters as you play the additional characters.
So the game has evolved a lot since I first played it, which was on Xbox Preview, where everything was procedurally generated, which I still really, really enjoyed. Does it still have that as an element?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we had to do a lot of handcrafting in certain areas to make sure that the player experience was really solid, and that's something that we've done. So the game is built in a structure now where there's some more linear, handcrafted areas that really help dispel the actual story in the way that we wanted the player to experience it, but they're connected by procedural worlds, procedural areas that are randomly generated when we create the world. So we kept the actual seed of it, but it was a difficult marriage to accomplish, but I think I'm pretty proud of the end result.
I actually struggled to think of another game that's done that, like a procedurally generated world as well as some linear components. I imagine that is a really difficult thing to develop. Why did you guys decide to do that? It sounds hard.
It is. It's weird.
Yeah.
Happy Few is a combination of elements that you've probably never seen before, and procedural and story is one of them. And we'd always planned a type of story right from the beginning of the game, but when we launched in Xbox Game Preview, and we saw the fairly incredible response to wanting more and more story, we thought, okay, well, we've really got to up our game. We've got to increase the level of quality and immersion that we're creating. And that's pretty much what we did. And it is difficult, but at the same time, it's worked. So you have these linear moments all throughout the game, and while the bits in between them slightly change, ultimately the story itself remains consistent.
Do you think that that'll probably give it an added level of replayability?
No, I wouldn't call replayability to be strong on that front on the initial release of the game, because what we shipped on the game preview was really a sandbox experience that helped player understand the mechanics of the world. We may expand on that post-release, but we were really concentrated in the last 2 years to just deliver story, because that's what everyone told us they wanted to see, and that's what we were really passionate about delivering.
Very nice of you. Yeah. Good job. Is there any side characters you can talk about that you particularly loved? I know when I was playing, I chased down a guy who just run really fast. I don't know what his name was.
Eric Little, or as we call him, Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs, that's it. I had a lot of fun just tracking that guy down. I found his voice acting and his style of animation really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the weird things we might come across while exploring the world?
Yeah, there's quite a few characters that you'll meet and you'll see different perspectives of across the three playthroughs. Crazy Legs being one of them. You'll see him again in a later playthrough, and his story is slightly different. But we've got a range.
Does he still have crazy legs?
He's struggling a bit more in the later sections, but
no,
I know you can only run so fast for so long. But yeah, you've got a range of great little characters. Johnny Bolton, the crazy treehouse shopkeeper who thinks the whole world is a conspiracy and out to get him. He's been pretty popular. We like him. We have a pretty good cast of supporting crazy characters.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, but I think what's interesting is the moments where you meet the other playable characters and the relationships that you see from both sides.
Yeah, we also, one thing that's always been really important at the studio, and we grew from, I think we were about 15 when we showed the game for the first time 2 years ago. We're about 40 now, so we put a lot more people onto the team, and a lot of the effort that's been done is in not just crafting dialogue between specific characters, and obviously at E3 this year we showed cutscenes, but the playable demo that we have during the showcase really kind of showcases the narrative elements that we've put throughout the world to help kind of give clues as to the history of the world and what's happened in the world. And that's something that we've spent quite a bit of time crafting, both in the procedural sections and in the kind of more linear story-driven sections.
Can you tell me a little bit about these three characters, what their names are and who they are?
Yeah, so most people are fairly familiar with Arthur, the first character. He's sort of the British everyman. He's fairly polite, quite awkward, but otherwise he's
charming.
Yeah, he's charming and he's a bit of an all-rounder. we have Sally, who you can see very briefly in the trailer that we just revealed as well, talking to Arthur, and she's actually a celebrity in town.
Interesting.
And she is an expert drug crafter. Some may call her by different types of names. And then you have Ollie, who is, we've described him as the Mad Scotsman. And he's the man that's very much out of time, out of place, who sees the world. But he's really not all there. And so that's quite a fun thing to experience.
And how do these stories, you probably can't answer, I was going to say how do they overlap, but that would be giving too much away, wouldn't it?
No.
Are you guys trying to avoid even sharing any of that information up until launch, or are we going to find out a little bit more as we go along?
We might. It's very difficult because the stories themselves, as soon as we start talking about them, we reveal things that we really want you to reveal. You know, you want to discover yourself, absolutely. So we're trying as much as talking about setting the stage.
Yeah.
But in terms of those stories, I think we'd rather people find out.
It was so the trailer that we showed today. The purpose was to say, hey, there's a story and it's coming soon. That was really the message we were trying to do. Cutting that trailer without spoiling anything was a very heated debate within the team.
There's so much stuff like that goes into game development that people don't think about, like how difficult it is to put a trailer together without spoiling.
It was a rough night last night. I drank way too much caffeine.
It was a good trailer. How was the reaction?
It was difficult to get up.
Hot off that very recently.
I mean, not to get up, to go down.
Literally don't.
You have no
sleep.
idea.
You know how sleep works.
Too much for me to keep up.
Well, that seems good.
Not sure how much sleep I actually got, but I'm here, and my voice hasn't disappeared, so that's good.
People are always nervous when you show your work.
welcome to the stream.
We work really, really hard on the game, so when you show your work and you know that it's going to be shown, you're always nervous at what people's reactions are going to be. But I think the story's good, so
I do have.
Pretentious, but
No,
I'm quite proud of it, of what we've built, and I'm
I
way more
do
curious
have,
to see
this
what people's reaction
open.
is
This is
at
the
launch.
official
How many writers have you had?
Squeenix Twitch page,
we've
and
had
it has
Alex,
this.
our
So
narrative director.
I'm guessing
So
this
he's
is
been
where
with us
the
for
where
2.5
the
years, right
live
from
stream is
the
going to take place.
beginning.
But
And then actually the only other
Malprac
writer on the project
provided
is his
this.
wife, Lisa.
Oh, that's cool.
They're a husband and wife writers. And,
Is Link?
They've done really just an incredible job.
I'm already so excited about it. Can I ask, what are the things that the two of you are most
but
excited about?
as long as we just get to see
What's your favorite thing about it?
the whole thing by
Put it on the
itself,
spot.
it should be okay.
I think
Anyway, I should be making some coffee
we
right
touch
now.
on very
Let's make
serious
some more fucking
and
coffee.
current topics in the game, and I think we do it in a tasteful way.
imagine
And I
that's hard to
think there's not a lot of games that operate in that space, and that excites me that we can make a game that sparks dialogue while weaving an interesting story for the player to experience, and that's maybe one of the areas I'm really excited about in kind of understanding how people see the game, how they what they take away from the experience of having played it.
How about you, Sam?
For me, I think we've had one of the best jobs in the world in the last 4 years because we've watched a team come together every Friday and show what they've done. And there hasn't been a single meeting where I haven't laughed, maybe cringed a little bit occasionally, but mostly it was just...
Is that really something you want to
really
say?
just outstanding.
Laughing at
And
other
watching
people's
people experience
serious
those moments that we've
ideas.
seen, I think is going
I
to
mean,
be
I guess it
the
could make
thing I'm
sense,
most
yeah.
excited about.
I can't wait to do it myself. I really love the style of this game, and I think a lot of people.
So
that
yeah,
I've seen
we
really
have
excited about it
Bethune
as well.
finally
So
coming
congrats to
out
you guys so much
of
for
early
joining us on the
access
live stream.
and being a full game, even though they
Time for a break, but
already
don't go
charged
anywhere.
60 bucks
IGN is
for
coming
it?
back with an
Didn't
inside
they
look
say
at
they were
all the
charging
secrets
60
EA
bucks and they
revealed
had
at
like
their press
this
conference right after this.
special edition that came with the Happy Mask thing, and it was, if I remember correctly, wasn't it being published by the Borderlands guys, Gearbox? Wasn't it being published by Gearbox? I don't know. I guess it didn't. I guess
IGN Live at E3 2018
they,
is presented by Sicario Day of
they
the
still
Soldado.
have so much
Only
more
on the
to
big
do
screen at
with
June 29th.
the game, and hey, the developers, they believe in their
President's
product.
adding drug
quite a lot,
cartels
so
to the list of terrorist
they want to finish it.
organizations.
More power
We're
to
gonna
them.
have to get dirty. You're gonna help us start a war. With who? Everyone.
cloud. From the trap house to a fat crowd. They like facts, how you got so many. Heads up! Bada boom, bada bing.
Nice day for a drive, huh? Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Adios. Rated R.
I still think that's the stupidest way to shoot a gun.
Random events.
Why? Just pull the fucking trigger with your finger.
Accidents.
Maybe you're not shooting fast enough. That's why you're doing that.
Possibilities.
You gotta shoot. You gotta shoot the gun faster.
At a single point in time.
At that point, if that's what you're hoping for, just get a fully automatic pistol.
Yet, there is only one truth. Cause. Effect. We live in a world of assassins. And the best of them all is Agent 47.
Ah, fuck. I forgot the cream first. God damn it. Hang on.
Welcome back. This is IGN Live at E3 2018. We've been talking a lot of Xbox news, but yesterday belonged to EA. Here's a look at all the highlights from the EA press conference. Check it out.
Welcome everybody to EA Play.
It's Royale.
Oh, it's Royale, right? So it's a total Royale flush. By flush, I mean toilet. You know, because poops. You get what I'm talking about.
The UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game.
So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete.
I've been checking my cell phone for any other news I might have missed, even though I'm watching every single press conference. Maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe some new
we're announcing
stuff
Origin
for
Access Premiere. Playing
Sonic,
games
Sonic Team Racing.
anywhere,
Because I want to see some Sonic Team Racing. I want to see some. I want to see a trailer. I want to see some gameplay.
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
So I think people are now anxiously
I
want to know
bet
like
you do.
when can we play the game?
Yeah,
it will
filthy
be
gal.
holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do free to play. We're doing free to play, everybody. Free to play.
When things are at their darkest, you find hope.
But even if they do free to play, that does not excuse the horrible implementation of loot boxes in that game. So no, they need to just start over, guys. You fucked it up. You done fucked it up.
You will be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished.
If you can't tell, I'm checking Steam right now. Oh my god!
So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea
I'm
of
just checking
Solitude.
Steam.
Thank you, Patrick.
Steam usually has like big old
Let me tell you
sales during the
more
E3
about
stuff,
our
but there's
game.
really not much talk
When
about
humans
it.
get
Like I
to
remember when
they
they would put the
monsters.
press conferences
This
links, or am I thinking
is at
of
the
the
core of
video
everything.
game
You will
awards?
see, hear,
I think I'm
and hopefully
confusing one
feel
with I'm
while playing
confusing that with the video game awards there. Well, The Evil Within 2 is on sale. It's just not on sale as much as I would like. 600 pesos. How much is that in dollars? Let's check my currency converter.
And this is my squad.
That is around $30. So it's half off. It's from $60 to $30. I don't know. I mean, I waited for Uncharted 4 to come out at $20 here. Do I really think The Evil Within 2 is worth more than Uncharted 4? Probably not.
Defeating Nick
That was legit.
Hey everybody, Command and Conquer is back. Command and Conquer. Goddamn. Command and Conquer. No wait, but yeah, Conquer. That's his name. Command and Conquer. It should have just been a fuzzy little squirrel boy.
February 22nd, 2019.
That would have been fucking cool.
Calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire Bioware team. I know you guys had that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
When will you come back and guide us back to the light?
All right, let's welcome Sydney and Rory for their thoughts on EA. Guys, how do you think EA did this year? If the purpose of an E3 press conference is to get gamers excited about your upcoming games, did EA succeed?
So I was actually down there at EA Play when they announced a lot of these titles, and I think it's one thing to be in the room when they are announced, because you have that energy of the whole crowd.
Anthem got me excited when I first saw it, but the more I'm seeing of it, the more I'm like lukewarm about it. I'm not
especially Anthem
hating on the game, and they've said a lot of good things. The whole not loot boxes, the whole
gameplay and got a lot of
season
details about the game.
pass.
Battlefield as well was really
They're
cool.
only
And
going to be
Battlefront as
selling cosmetic stuff. I mean, look at the things.
Yeah, we'll talk
look
about
at the
Anthem
stuff that we're praising
just a little bit.
nowadays. The
You
fact
mentioned
that
Battlefront. There was
game
another Star
developers
Wars
say, "Hey guys, we're
announcement
only
at the
going to
show,"
charge you
which
for
is
cosmetic
very,
stuff."
It's
So
exciting to
don't
me as a
worry.
big Star Wars fan
those
and a
cosmetic
big fan of
stuffs that we
Respawn's
should
work,
be
but the
putting in
announcement
your
itself is one of the more
$60
awkward,
we'll
definitely one of
take
the more
those
awkward
out,
Star Wars
but we're
game
only going to charge you
reveals.
for those. No maps.
You have these conferences where you have this opportunity to
Also,
announce like
I
a
might
huge IP
look
or
like
something.
I'm
'Cause
drunk.
We just had Microsoft's conference, and it's
'Cause I'm
things
constantly
like
closing my
these
eyes
amazing
and
high-cut trailers, and
not,
then a big boom, and you see the logo, and this was kind of like, yeah, there's a
not
new,
sitting right.
game coming
But
out.
that's
It
just
was
how
like a
I
whisper
am
into
in the
just
They gave us the title.
They did.
Jedi Fallen Order. They gave a time period within the Star Wars universe. Like,
hopefully
that's cool, but like,
the Squeenix
I don't know, is that the
conference
best way
wakes
to
me
do it?
up
Sydney,
with
you were saying, like,
amazing
Well, I was saying, I don't know. I
announcements.
feel like I don't know that there was any other way to do it. If they didn't have anything to show, and they would have like waltzed out on the stage and been like, "Hey guys, this cool thing's coming," and then just walked off, I probably would have been like, "Oh my gosh! Like, what is this?"
I got a good one.
Okay.
It's
What
a black
the fuck
screen,
is
all right?
this
All the lights
shite?
go down, black screen. Someone turns on a
Ya
lightsaber
fucking
at the side,
wankers.
and the red lightsaber illuminates the
You wankers having a laugh.
I'm blown
telling
away.
Porkies,
That's all
aren't
you
you?
need.
Crying.
Okay.
Battletoads got a more
all
polished
I
reveal
got.
than the new
I
Star
don't
Wars
have
game.
much more than
Battletoads
that.
at the Microsoft conference. At least they had some like text and a
If
logo.
anybody knows any more
release
British
window.
slang, I
I
should
can
know. Let me know.
respect getting creative
I could just
with your reveal. I'll
Google
just say
it.
that. You
I
know,
don't know.
try something new. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe don't do that ever again. I don't know. Just a thought.
There was
But-
an attempt. I am actually excited about Respawn's Star Wars game. I'm glad to know something about it coming next year.
You excited about a Star Wars
what
game?
about Battlefield 5? I was
How
actually
exciting.
I was a little
More
shocked at
Star
how
Wars games.
little they showed and talked about Battlefield 5.
Yeah, so Battlefield 5 was actually
Well, at
one
least
of the games at
it's
EA
not
Play
as
where you could kind of
boring
just
as something
show
like the
up
next
and
Call
have
of Duty.
your
Hey
own
guys, the next
hands-on.
Call of Duty.
You could, like, play
Great,
through
more Call of
what,
Duty.
Grand Operations.
At the very
is that
least,
the
Star
new mode that
Wars
they have?
can
It was
be
essentially the
anything.
one that I played.
It could be a puzzle
was
platformer.
really
it could be
cool.
a fighting
was
game.
in
It could be a
Norway.
first-person
This big
shooter.
kind
It
of
could be an
capture and
action-adventure
defend
game. It
map
could be
that
anything.
took place over the spawn of 2 whole days.
I'm just not interested in the
Now,
lore.
one of the things that was
or
kind of
the-
weird about it
or
was
the
I was on
world
the
of Star
defending
Wars,
side.
but
And at the start of the defense,
I'm not opposed
you
to
kind
liking
of,
a Star
you
Wars
all had
game.
hammers, and almost like Rainbow Six Siege style, you had to build up your defenses. So it was like building up turrets, building up walls, you know, getting ready for the onslaught of the British forces. 'cause
When
they're
are we
gonna
gonna
be
get
storming
our Star
across.
Wars dating
So it was cool
simulator?
in that respect that you can kind of forge your own bases before the fight happens. But in terms of gameplay, without being too dramatic, I
Star
haven't
Wars
had
dating
that much
sim.
fun playing one of those games in a long time.
That's good to hear.
It was great.
I do have a question. Did you play Have you played the
I
most
want to
recent Call
fuck
of
Jar
Duty?
Jar.
Because they had War Mode.
Yeah.
World War II?
World War
Right
II,
in his
yes.
face.
And they had War Mode, and it sounds sort of similar to what
Fucking
you're
Jar
talking about.
Jar.
Would you say it is similar?
I have not played
Misa,
War Mode.
you're so
Okay.
horny.
I cannot answer.
Scrap the question.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds sort
God.
of similar, so maybe the comments
Squeenix,
or
please
the chat can
start the
sound off on their
conference
thoughts
already.
on that.
And then what about
I don't know
Anthem?
what I'm doing
We
no
finally
more.
got our full big look at Anthem.
I'm
How's
so
that
lost
sitting
right
with you
now.
guys?
I
It
need
was
guidance.
cool. When we went to EA Play, there was a big line for the Anthem little cordoned
Yeah,
off
Mel.
area. So we
Wanker
waited and we
is
got
pretty
in, and
much
I was like, I'm ready to pop
one
off.
to do.
I'm going Storm. I'm gonna blast everyone down like a space wizard.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got in, they were like, "We hope you enjoy this presentation." And I was like, "Damn it!" I was like, "I waited for like half an hour for this."
Yeah.
But it was cool. What we got to see was essentially the entire mission that we got a glimpse of in the trailer. So, fighting that big beast, going through, looking at all the artifacts and things like that. We also got a bigger glimpse at how these kind of classes work together, which is really cool.
You
So
missed the whole
throughout your
the
mission,
whole
you have
thing. There was a whole
opportunities for,
thing
let's
about
say, the
what I
person
was
playing
talking
as
about
the
Jar
Storm
Jar and
class
wanted to fuck his
to
face.
throw down grenades
But
that
this-
freeze
now
all
you
your
missed it,
enemies,
guys. Come
and
on.
then the Colossus or Colossal nukes them with his backpack.
I'm not gonna
and you
explain
get combo.
the joke. You're gonna have to
It's
rewatch this.
so
Very
satisfying,
vivid.
isn't it?
It's
Just
done.
seeing that yellow combo popping up.
Then
everywhere.
it's all the
So it was
pin-
cool
all
seeing,
pieces of the
a
puzzle
little bit more of how
will
that game
get
plays
together.
out.
And it
And I'm a
all
big
makes
Destiny
sense.
fan.
Don't
Okay,
worry,
so
it
I
all
was
makes
just gonna
sense.
ask, I'm a really big Destiny
It's
fan
all
as
coherent.
well, and I found it really
There's a big old
interesting
backstory to the
you can
reason why I
change
said that I
Javelin
wanted to fuck
is
Jar
what
Jar in the
your
face.
classes are called, right? So you don't have to stick with whatever you chose. Similar to
Yeah.
Destiny, you choose a Warlock, Hunter, Titan, and in Anthem, you can actually just change it if you're
Iron
tired
Man,
of
the
it.
video
Which was
game.
actually one of the cooler things they did, because
I
in this
want to be
mission,
Iron
we
Man.
had 2 of the tanks loading out and a
And I want
Storm.
AC/DC
So,
to constantly
there's
be
even
constantly be
variety
playing
between
whenever
the
I go
classes.
anywhere.
So there were 2 tanks on the mission that we saw, but they even made a point to say that one of the tanks was focused and had a build specifically designed for close combat. So he had like a flamethrower and some melee attacks, whereas the other tank had missiles and some long-range weapons. So it seems like there's a lot of variety even within the same class, which is cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
You mentioned Destiny.
Yeah,
It's
that's
giving
cool.
you Destiny vibes because that's like a negative for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
it
would
is.
say so. I think
That is a
it's giving
negative.
me Destiny vibes in a lot of simple ways. Little things like, that satisfying number count when you're like shooting at enemies, seeing the yellow for crits and things like that.
Yeah, but that's not
Kind of the
Destiny, that's
setting,
MMOs.
Going across this world. During
That's
the mission, we saw
RPGs.
kind of like scanning little glowing rocks and things for details about the world. So I think in that regard, it's giving me a lot of Destiny feels. But I don't know. I think there's so much variety between your weapons and your abilities. It's going to be a different game.
All right, well, obviously, Anthem is one of the
Great.
biggest games from the EA press
That-
conference
that clears
yesterday.
nothing up.
Let's take an exclusive look at how it all came together.
Anthem. Yeah, look at Anthem, everybody. It's a pretty third-person shooter game that's with RPG elements. I don't know. Like after seeing Cyberpunk, I've pretty much just said Anthem. What? Anthem who?
Really at the highest level.
Who?
is about
Cyberpunk?
the
Talk to me about
fantasy of
Cyberpunk.
being an armored hero in an amazing, mysterious world. And we're designing the world to be so dangerous that it requires you to wear these power suits that give you superhuman ability.
Anthem is a world.
Yeah, you get to be
without
Iron Man.
production. We've discussed it as a world without microchips. Each javelin is a piece of handcrafted technology, but you are still not your javelin. You are a pilot. So what that means is that you can get into different javelins and play different roles.
I want you inside
needs,
me,
your
says
desires,
the
people that you're playing with.
So on
mechanical
one side
suit.
we have the Colossus. The Colossus is a heavy hitter. The Colossus is supposed to take damage. The Colossus is the tank. Then we've got the Ranger. The Ranger is more of your multi-class.
Your standard issue soldier man.
Rangers.
Yeah, I get
Fairly
it.
nimble, fairly agile, but can also pack a punch. We've also got the Storm. The Storm is more of a magic user. It's very powerful, very glass cannon-y.
It's a space wizard like Destiny. We get it. We get it. Just say it's like Destiny.
So your pilot is getting better at flying
In your
javelins.
promotional video,
But then
just
the
say
really
it's like
deep
Destiny.
long-term, meaty part of progression is the javelin.
Stronger, harder.
It's not just what you traverse over land.
Better in every way.
It's that you might fly over something, but under that are many
correct.
cliffs
I just
and
woke up. That's why
caves,
I'm acting
there's
this
a
way.
lake down below,
I just
and
got
under
up.
that are
This is
caverns.
how I.
And
This
the
is what I
sense of
look
that
like when I just wake up.
verticality and the density of exploration, it feels great.
Luckily, most people don't see this.
This is bad.
So some of your technology is based upon bits of this Shaper technology, but really humanity doesn't understand how this works. If you imagine that a construction site that was abandoned, and there are bulldozers scattered around that are turning themselves on and wandering around the construction site periodically. They're machines of construction, but if they're just random, they're not really doing helpful things. So as a freelancer, your job is to go and interact with these machines and try to shut them down so they can't do too much harm.
I thought he was gonna like say your job is to go and contract these machines to build houses.
This is technology that is millennia beyond what humans understand. So when you're out in the world, you see these big machines, and periodically these turn on and interact with the world in relatively unpredictable ways, causing mutations and storms and other cataclysms that reshape and change the world in very large, explosive ways.
Each freelancer
Levolution
has a crew.
Levolution confirmed for Anthem.
Multiple roles on it. Your crew in particular has a Strider pilot. A Strider is your remote base. It's your mobile base. It's for you and your team to basically get out.
It looks like
into
a
the open
puppy.
World, resupply.
Why does my forward operating base look like a
You
puppy?
are more like a fire jumper. You go out into the world to deal with very acute threats that you can deal with out in the world and serve as protectors, but in very specific, pointed ways.
We have the Scar. They have a tie back to the Shapers, but we don't necessarily want to go there yet. You certainly learn about it in the story.
There's another human faction called the Dominion, which serves as the primary antagonist over the core story of Anthem.
Are they? You're either the Jews or you're the Nazis. Which one are you?
Individual events and Shaper storms.
Why not both? Why can't you have a civilization that's a combination of the two?
And I can say what I did during the storm. Now, whenever you go on an expedition with your friends, you have a dedicated server. So when we want to do an event, for example, we can send out an event and all the different people across all the different servers will see that event. We have total control over that.
So dedicated servers for
Let's do this.
for multiplayer. But I believe I heard
the place where
that
you can learn about characters.
Anthem
You can
has
talk
to be
different
always
people.
online.
You can form relationships with
Is that
them.
is that
You
how
can
it's gonna
understand
work out? It's gonna be
motivations, learn
always
more about the
online. You
world.
have to
So
be
that is
connected
what you
online
do in Tarsus,
for this
and that is
single
not
player
shared with
game.
any of your other friends. That also gives us the opportunity to make sure that we have consistency in choices and consequence, and we can show
60
that.
minutes? What the fuck?
We've been working on this for many years, so we're very excited to get it out into the
Why
hands
am I
of
up this early?
players. At BioWare, we create worlds
I thought I was
of
getting
adventure, conflict, and companionship that inspire you to be
No, wait.
the hero of your own story.
It's at 12. What the
It's
fuck?
break
Why
time,
did
but
I
next
think
we're
it
gonna
was
be
at
checking out some of the
11?
biggest rumors coming out of
Why am I
E3 and
here?
reveal our picks for day 2's Game of the Show watch. So
Should I
don't go
just take a
anywhere.
break and then come back, or should I just keep going? Because I don't know how much more stupid shit I have left to say. I could talk more about Jar Jar. Oh my god. I got so paranoid I got up early for this that I thought, for whatever reason, I thought it was at 11. but it's
IGN
not
Live at
11, it's
E3
12.
2018 is presented by Sicario Day of the Soldado. Only on
Yeah,
the big
it's at
screen
12.
on
What the
June
fuck?
29th.
Where did I get the idea? It started at 11. What the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it. Also, I don't want to see the same trailer over and over again.
Random events. Accidents. Countless possibilities. Converging at a single point in time.
Yeah. Well, today is my second special day. And
there is only
I'm seeing if I can get a pizza delivered.
Cause.
A breakfast pizza. Oh, imagine if they made breakfast pizzas. Like fried egg and bacon. I mean, they could do that, right? They can have breakfast pizzas. Breakfast pizzas is a thing. Let's check out the Uber Eats and see what's on the menu.
And the best of them
Ooh,
all
okay. Little Caesar is finally ready.
is Agent 47.
I've tried other things, but they've all been pretty disappointing in terms of size. I know that if I ordered this stuff in the United States, why am I stuttering? If I ordered the shit in the United States, I would get like a legit burger, a big old piece of whatever I ordered.
How would you define terrorism?
But
drug cartels not fit that definition.
But here in Mexico, you get Mexican portions, and Mexicans are usually much smaller than me, so you will get a lot less bang for your buck, is what I'm trying to say. You got nuts, them salty nuts. I want some nuts. Nuts are good. Yeah, you gotta up your chili game up there in Finland. Or down there in Finland. Where are you in Finland? I imagine up because it's colder, but then again, down can also be just as cold as long as you're away from the equator. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a pizza vegetariana for 180 bucks. By bucks I mean pesos. You got shit cheese bread, which is just, it's basically just pizza dough that they shoved a bunch of cheese on. Okay. I want to charge the same amount of money. Let's see. Pizza de pepperoni jalapeno. And pizza ultimate supreme. I don't know. I had that one last time. Maybe I should try something different. A deep dish pizza. There we go. Una deliciosa pizza esponjosa de pepperoni con un toque de aceite de oliva y orilla dorada de queso crujiente en 8 rebanadas. Sounds okay. Usually when I get pizzas, I don't get a combo. I don't care about your fucking cheesy bread or whatever. Just give me a goddamn pizza and make it good. Make the pizza good. How about that? Don't give me other extra crap. Just make a good fucking pizza. Correct. It's 180 pesos for a pizza. How much is pesos in dollars? Let's find out. Let's see. 180 is $8. $8 for a pizza, or $9. I'm gonna round it up and just go 9. It's gonna be $9 for a pizza. That's what it says. That's the conversions. Conversions? Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see what else we got. We got Combo Ultimate Supreme, Pizza Ultimate Supreme, plus Crazy Bread, plus Crazy Sauce with 2 dips, and 2 sodas that I don't like soda. Like I'm not a fan of soda. If I'm gonna drink shit tons of calories, I want me a Monster, or I want juice, like orange juice. Like I would take orange juice over orange soda any day of the week. All day, every day. Give me orange juice. Fresh squeezed orange juice over a Coke or a Sprite or whatever. I'm a gamer. What am I supposed to drink? Mountain Dew. Like, fuck Mountain Dew. Give me some apple juice. Oh my god. I fucking love apple juice. Combo deep pizza grande deep dish deep queso, crazy bread, crazy sauce too. They always try to force these 2 shitty cans of soda. I don't want those. Can you change the 2 shitty cans of soda for, I don't know, another slice of pizza? Like, can I get 1 more slice of pizza? Just plop it on top of my order of pizza. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna see the Nintendo Direct. That's how I'm gonna end my horrible eating habit tomorrow with the Nintendo conference. We're gonna watch the Nintendo conference. I believe it's earlier in the morning than now, which is 11. It says right here 11. Maybe that's how I got it confused. I was thinking Nintendo. No, Nintendo's thing is at 11 a.m. tomorrow for me. So we would be watching it right now. But yeah, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see Smash Brothers. We're gonna see all our dreams come true. We're finally gonna see Bayonetta 3. Oh shit, Bayonetta 3. I want to see some stuff about Bayo 3. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Nintendo one. I hope we get to see some actual shit. But today we got a full day, man. We got Squeenix, we got Ubisoft, we got the PC Gaming Show, we got Sony, we got them all, baby. And I need to order my pizzas because I don't know, man. I don't think I'll have time. Maybe in between this one and the Ubisoft one, I can go to the store. I gotta go to the store. I gotta get me my monsters. And hopefully I can get my pizza in between this. Like, maybe they can... No. I'm not going to order it right now because it usually takes around 45 minutes to get here. And by 45 minutes, I mean an hour. And I don't want to be disturbed while watching the Squeenix thing. So maybe once the Squeenix thing is over, I will immediately... Or during the Squeenix, in the boring part, I'll order the pizza. And then hopefully it arrives in between... the ending of the Squeenix and Ubisoft conference, and then meanwhile I can go to the store, grab some more crap. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I thought they would just call that a meeting between two dicks. Two giant fallacies just squirting at each other. Just wriggling and squirting until somebody wins. That's what I imagine when both of them are talking. Oh god. Maybe Trump will just get Kim laid and then they'll be best friends. They'll just take him to a bar, get him hammered, get him laid. And then they're the best friends in the world. That's how I would direct that movie. Okay. The coffee helps. Or you know what? I can go to the store right now. Like, going to the store would take a lot less time than waiting for the pizza to arrive. I should just go to the store right now. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. This was the pre-show, guys. This was the pre-show. I will be right back. I will be back at around 11:30. And then the Squeenix thing will start at 12. And then we'll watch it. Stay right here. Stay tuned for the Squeenix E3 press conference, but it starts at 12. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. You guys get yourselves your coffee or whatever you need. I will be right back, and we're gonna continue watching it. So I'm probably gonna delete this video, or I don't know, maybe I'll just keep it and call it something else, like call it Born to Die fucks up the times or something, and just leave it here. This is the pre-show, so I'm gonna go to the store. I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, bye.